FMU, you're on the air.
Hey, Tom, it's Linus from South South Newbridge.
South South Newbridge.
Yeah.
Where is South South Newbridge?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I grew up in Newbridge.
Well, it's way down below where the Newbridge Farms cod fishery was before it evaporated.
I'm not. The cod fishery. Okay, I know where that was.
In its place is the denim-clad dad outlet store.
Yeah.
You've probably seen.
It's that kind of like it's just a big clothing place. Not even big. It's not even big and tall, I don't think.
No.
It's
all denim.
Yeah, all denim.
For the active father.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So, what can I do for you tonight, Linus?
Well, I can't believe that guy actually said he liked the police performance the other night on the Grammys.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, I did not see it. I heard good things about it, though.
Oof, well, you heard wrong.
Really?
Yeah.
You're not a fan?
I mean, I think I speak for most people when I say that the dinosaurs should just never get back together after they break up, you know?
So you're kind of that. Where they did it once, they shouldn't go back to the well.
Well, it's like leave that half-baked new wave reggae back in the early 70s where it belongs, you know?
I don't think the police were early 70s, though. That was I think 78 is when the police really kind of showed up.
Who cares? I mean, I guarantee you one thing, you will never see bands like the Arcade Fire, Deerhoof, or the Shins reform in 30 years.
Well, how can you guarantee that?
They just wouldn't do it.
You can't.
They're not that kind of band.
Yeah, I don't think you can say that. You don't know what 30 years are going to bring.
All right, well, these bands will know better. Hey, you know, the Shins actually have a new record out.
Oh, yeah, I kind of have actually... I think I saw an article about that somewhere. I think they might have been on a magazine cover. Can't remember which. Oh, yeah, it was every magazine cover.
Very funny.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, hey, if nothing else, they have completely revolutionized the way bands pose in photos.
The Shins have.
Oh, totally, yeah.
How so?
That almost kind of like standing, at attention, like you're kind of in a firing squad sort of thing, and with your eyes bugging out.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, everyone's doing it now. I've seen a picture of Pearl Jam where they're doing it.
So that's a new thing.
I guess so.
I never even noticed it.
Well, what's with the two? I don't like it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were kind of having a little bit of a conversation.
Being pretty smart, aren't you?
Well, I'm no smarter than you.
You can't talk to me like that.
Why?
Because I'm an award-winning blogger, you thumb duck.
What is an award-winning blogger?
Yeah.
What is that?
A blog? Well, it's short for weblog. Hey, Tom.
Yeah?
Why don't you come join us in 2007?
Yeah, well, I know what a blog is, Linus. I didn't even know that there was, what is an award-winning blogger?
You're talking to him. Basically, I've started this blog, and I just blog about the amazing stuff that happened in my life, in my 25 years on this rock we call Earth. I'll give you the address for it if you want to check it out.
Yeah, I would love it.
It's 18 Rabbits. That's the numeral 1 and the numeral 8. 18 Rabbits. .circleblog.com. And you get the reference, right? 18 Rabbits?
No.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not.
It's the first song on the second Buttless Chaps album.
Who is that? And please don't call me any names.
What do you mean?
just please don't.
Oh, I wasn't going to call you anything. Geez, has a radio show, doesn't know about the Buttless Chaps. Good stuff there, FMU.
Oh, jeepers. Yeah, there's only 18 million bands out there. So what? Tell me, Linus. You're saying you're on this big old rock of ours, and
Yeah.
you've had all kinds of experiences. What are some of these experiences you've had?
Well, there was the time. This was just earlier in '05 when I was driving down by Newbridge Commons,
Okay.
and I get carjacked.
Really?
Yeah.
You got carjacked.
Total creepy guy, and
Ugh.
he basically, I had to drive him. You're not going to believe this, to his sister's wedding in Connecticut.
What, at like gunpoint or
At
knife?
gunpoint, yeah,
Knife
yeah,
point?
and a knife.
So you were at gunpoint and knife point.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. I mean, it was weird when we had to stop for like a rest stop, and he had to like kind of follow me. It was almost like take the money and run, you know, when they're all in a chain gang.
Sure.
So, you know, like we're right together, and he's got this stuff in my ribs, you know. You're at the urinal, which was bizarre.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I still keep in touch with his family, though. I actually had a good time at the wedding.
You went to the wedding?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. He's in the hut now, but you know, as happens.
And that
Well, that's one of the things. And there was another time I was in L.A. just kind of sightseeing. I'd never been there before. And I got into this argument at a gas station with, you're not going to believe it,
who?
Sylvester Stallone.
You ran into Sylvester Stallone at a gas station.
He's pumping gas. He's got this brand new, like, you know, black SUV like they all drive out there. And I'm just like, I pull up. I need to fill up, too. And I'm about maybe no less than, you know, 5 feet away. I mean, I'm not close to him. Starts yelling about, you know, watch the paint, don't get close, don't nick the bumper, you know. So he's basically scolding me in front of all these people, you know, and I'm just waiting to get my gas. And so I go, hey, you know what? You haven't made a decent movie since, and I had this dramatic pause, and then I said, well, ever.
Wow.
Oh, he got so mad, and it got really heated. People had their little cell phones out. I'm surprised you haven't seen footage of this on the web. They, you know, and they're filming this thing. But I must have made a good impression on him or something. Like he thought I had moxie or something.
Sure.
He invited me to dinner that night.
Really, based on your little dispute.
Yeah. I mean, I was holding my own, and he was great. And I actually ended up helping him punch up some of the Foley sounds for Rocky Balboa.
Really?
Yeah.
You actually ended up working on a movie with him.
Yeah. I was doing a lot of the you know, the face contact stuff.
Well, that's weird. That's a wild story.
Yeah.
These are better than I thought they were going to be.
Well, check this out. One of my most popular entries is the story of when I beat Kobayashi in a hamburger eating contest. You know who he is?
Sure, he's the guy who eats hot dogs professionally in the eating contests.
Yeah. So I'm in New York City. It's like 4 in the morning, and I'm walking by this McDonald's, and he's in there just by himself.
Okay.
Eating a fillet of fish or something. And
where was this?
It was in Manhattan.
Okay.
And I'm a little drunk, but I'm very baked.
Okay.
And I'm famished, you know. So I just go in there, and I had you know, liquid courage, and I challenged him. And he barely speaks English, but he knew what was happening. And I guess he was maybe a little tipsy too, so he was up for it. And I won.
Well, how many hamburgers did you eat versus him?
I ate 61, and he ate 48.
Wow.
I mean, it's not a world record or anything, and it's not his, you know, his chosen dish, you know. So.
No, he's a hot dog guy, but still,
something
to beat a guy who's so renowned for eating.
Totally, yeah.
Well, that's fantastic.
Well, here's a sad one. I also discuss my search for my birth parents. I'm adopted.
Okay.
And how devastating it was to find out that my mother had died just a week before I discovered who she was and where she lived. And that's actually the story that caught the attention of the editors of Blog Now.
Okay. Wow, that's heavy. Man, I'm looking at your blog right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This one
Good
from.
stuff.
Yeah, it's. This is pretty intense stuff. This one from May 23rd, 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Do you mind if I read this?
Oh no, go ahead.
Was walking over the old Newbridge suspension bridge this morning, and I heard what sounded like a man yelling. Then I heard a faint splash. I ran over to the side of the bridge and saw nothing. But then the surface of the water broke. That's when I first saw George. I don't really know if his name was George or not, but that's what I've named him. George was kicking and screaming, frantically trying to stay afloat. He must have fallen in the river while fishing. I noticed a pickup truck with a tackle box and a cooler in the back just a few feet from the riverbank. After a minute or two, George spotted me. He began yelling for me to call help. Our eyes locked. His expression was one of amazement and fear. He was afraid he was going to drown and amazed that I, the only person on the planet that could help him, was doing nothing. How often does a man get the chance to watch another man meet his end and suffer no repercussions for it? Once in a lifetime, I took the chance. I don't know if they ever found George's body. That's horrible.
Wait till you read the one about where I'm living in a evergreen tree in the forest in Oregon for 3 weeks. That's a great one. That's going to totally take down Hold Steady Jake 2004.
Oh my God. Hold Steady Jake 2004? Who's that?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
He's only the guy that's won the Bloggies 3 years going now.
Uh-huh.
He's like Elvis.
He's like Elvis of blogs?
Oh, yeah.
I've never heard of him.
He's incredible. This guy, he can walk into any Apple store, Starbucks, Circuit City, and get anything he wants for free. He's mobbed constantly.
For writing a blog?
Yeah. Oh, this guy has a life I would die for.
Really?
Yeah. Both parents killed in a fiery plane crash. Raised by a sadistic alcoholic grandfather who, it turns out, you're not going to believe this, he's the inspiration for Coach Fannel in the Ooze 3 Coach Fannel's Revenge.
Uh-huh.
The Strauss film.
Sure, the Trent L. Strauss movie.
And he had to become a street hustler in order to pay his way through college, and now he's this Wall Street whiz guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We're going head to head.
For what? For
this year's Bloggy, they give the award out at South by Southwest in Austin. In like a month or so. And he just got diagnosed with this weird disease, and he's getting all these sympathy hits.
Sympathy hits.
Yeah. I mean,
you mean people reading his blog to get the story on?
They want to know how he's doing and stuff, and they're all kind of rooting for him. But I mean, you think my stuff's good though, right?
Yeah, definitely. That's I mean, it's kind of mind-boggling though, like those stories you told me,
right? And
then especially the thing I just read. It's really, I don't know. I'm taken aback by it. You know what I mean? Like it's just like it's such a. It seems like more than one life almost. Let me just. Hey, on your blog here on August 17th. You say you were. Said you were in court testifying on behalf of your deaf brother.
Yeah.
Who was up on arson charges?
Yeah, Richie.
But then you're also saying that the Stallone thing happened on August 17th.
Well, Tom? Between you and me? I made that stuff up.
Oh.
I just wanted to. I don't know. I just wanted to really, kick ass on this thing and win. So.
Wow. Well, I gotta say, that's kind of it's like a relief because That stuff, I mean, the one about the guy drowning, that's like the creepiest thing I ever heard.
Oh, well, you know, that one actually...
What's that? That you were starting to say something about that one actually happened, it sounded like you were saying. Did it actually happen? You don't want to talk about this, I'm assuming? You don't even want to acknowledge that it might have happened. Are you still there? You don't even want to say whether you're there. I mean, so did you or did you not see, actually just watch a man drown, Linus? No, you're not going to answer, are you? Oh, we might as well just move on then.
Okay, that sounds great. You know, I post a lot on the Velvet Rope too. I don't know if you ever check that out.
Sure, I read that board.
Yeah,
that's like an industry board.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm on it quite a lot. I actually just rolled over again. Like if you look at my count, it's at 17.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Like 17 posts?
No, 2,017. It rolled over twice.
It rolled like the counter rolled over.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So after you post 1 million times, it gets back to 0.
Mm-hmm. And then you do it again, and you get up there. You know.
So you posted 2 million posts on a message board?
Oh yeah, it's fun. I mean, you know, it's funny because I actually have I've got, right now today I've got 7 different arguments going all with myself.
So you're on under more than one name?
Yeah, I have several different profiles.
Uh-huh. And like, how often are you posting every day if you manage to break the 2 million post mark?
Well, you know, like 42.
42?
100.
4,200.
Yeah.
4,200 a day.
Why?
Well, that's a lot. I mean, how many opinions can you have on just entertainment?
Well, I play all sides.
What do you mean by that?
You know, I'll like the police thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got one guy saying how great it was, one guy saying how bad it was, one guy saying that he's in love with Sting, a gay, and the other guy saying that he wants to murder Sting.
Wait, a gay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What?
So what? That's one of your guys?
Yeah.
One of your personas.
Exactly. Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I mean, is there a point to that?
Well, you know, I mean, it's I'm just kind of making my web presence known. You know, like the blog.
I don't understand why you're kind of doing that, though.
Well,
it seems pretty time-consuming and maybe a little pointless.
Oh, I don't think it's pointless at all. You know, I mean, it's getting my stuff out there.
Uh-huh.
You know.
I mean, you're doing a blog where you're making stuff up, and just so you can like win a bloggy. Is that what it was called?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, what do you even get in a blog award thing?
What don't you get? Well, actually, you don't really get much physically. I mean, you know, like I said, you get your stuff out there, but the actual award is basically the printed out version of your blog, and you know, they put like a little gold paper clips on it, and they also put it in this real nice vanilla envelope, and then they. Excuse me?
I'm sorry, you said vanilla envelope?
Yeah.
Manila envelope?
What's that?
It's the type of envelope.
No, it's a vanilla envelope.
The word is manila envelope.
Manila is a country, isn't it?
I think it is, yes, but it's not. It's also a type of envelope.
Well, anyway, they get a famous person to draw a picture on the cover of the winning packet.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this year is Wayne Coyne.
From the Flaming Lips.
Exactly, yeah.
So pretty much you get...
One of my favorite bands.
What's that?
One of my favorite bands.
They're one of your favorites?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I like all the bands that wear costumes.
You just like, that's your kind of, that's your thing?
Sort of, yeah.
Bands, like what other bands do you like?
Decemberists. I like the old-timey thing, like they all just kind of walked off a Smith Brothers cough drop box.
Mm-hmm.
That sort of thing.
They do have that look.
Yeah, of Montreal.
Uh-huh. What do they dress
They're
like?
kind of weird, just weird, spacey kind of looking things, and they have props and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Anyone else in your costume rock category?
Old-time stuff, I like the Hurons. Remember them?
Yes.
They had a record out in back in your day, I guess, in the
My
late
day.
80s, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like Space Guys.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Linus. No, you're not getting older.
Well,
You're the guy who figured out the way to avoid that.
young at heart forever.
Well, good for you.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm just checking your thing here. There's a thing about your friend Lily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And something about your friend Lily, her mother, having an affair with your best friend.
Right. Yeah.
Tony? Yeah.
Yeah.
When you were in high school.
Yeah.
Is that made up?
No.
Uh-huh.
Why would I make that up?
You made up all the stuff about you, so I'm just... How about this other thing you got here? You got a thing about your ex-girlfriend, Kim, had like a bit of a... I guess I'm trying to think of the way to say it on the radio, like a little bit of a gas problem.
Yeah.
And she kind of had... I guess it seems like she had a little bit of an inability... Like she's really hung up on this... She had a one-night stand with the drummer from Kings of Leon.
Yeah. Who's married?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Is that real?
Well, that's true. Also, yeah. Why?
I mean, you got it. Well, I mean, you have pictures of these people
Right.
up here, and I mean, it's kind of I mean, you're making stuff up about yourself, right?
Well, that earlier stuff is sort of embellished, and you know what? That's none of your business. Shut up.
It's none of my. But yeah, well, what about these people? What about Kim? And I mean, are you at least using fake names for these people?
That's none of your business. Shut up.
Well, no. I mean, I think it's a valid point.
No, it's real names.
It's their real names.
Yeah, it's real life.
Uh-huh.
You know,
is Linus your real name?
No.
Okay, so it's okay for
Put
you.
my real name out there.
Uh-huh. So you make stories up about yourself, but then when it comes time to you do these, it seems like you're doing these little creepy confessional things on your site.
Like I said, it's none of your business. Shut up.
No, I mean you're calling to brag all about this stuff. I think you know, it's something you have to kind of come to terms with the line there of just you're not being honest about who you are, but you're being overly honest about who all these people are. I mean they have a right to some privacy.
Well, I mean, they know that I'm interested in the blogging stuff, so they shouldn't tell me about this stuff that they do, you know, or shouldn't let me find out about it. I guess I should say.
Well, that's horrible.
I'm a bit of a snoop sometimes.
Yeah, so they pretty much shouldn't live their life because you might spill the beans.
Well, that's what goes with knowing a blogger and loving a blogger, having loved a blogger.
Look, please stop saying the word blogger. Also,
why?
It sounds so gross coming out of your mouth.
Well, you need to get with the times, son.
Look, son. Yeah. First of all, I know some bloggers, and they're very nice people. But there are some less than nice people, and you kind of take the cake here. I mean, why are you... It's like it's people's private life.
Well...
That's not theirs to determine what goes public. I mean, they're not famous.
Well, define private.
I mean, it's their business. Your ex-girlfriend having an affair with the drummer from Kings of Leon.
Well, now they are famous, though. Like, you said that
but
they're not famous.
She's not.
Well, she is now. Everyone knows about this. She should start her own little blog or web page or MySpace thing,
She should?
Yeah. Take advantage of the good press I'm giving her.
Like what? What is there to take advantage of?
What do you? I mean, she's known. She's like that. Tila Tequila chick.
Yeah.
She could do that. Although she doesn't have the bod.
So there's no price. I mean, there's no value for your freedom.
Well.
Or other people's. Now yours doesn't matter. You're completely private.
Well,
what's your real name?
I'm not going to tell you that. You're nuts.
I'm nuts.
Yeah, you're nuts.
Yeah. Oh, well.
None of your business. Shut up.
I actually just updated your page. And there's actually,
you hit refresh?
Yeah, I did. There's an update. There's a thing for tomorrow. Or no, actually, I guess the 15th is 2 days from now. It's dated February 15th.
Why don't you read it?
I killed someone today. No, it wasn't one of those I accidentally hit a pedestrian and I'm so broken up things. This is a premeditated murder. The victim's name is inconsequential. Let's just call him DJ. DJ? I'd be lying if I said I didn't find it exhilarating when I wrapped my white belt around his throat. I could see his jugular vein. Well, he spelled it's jugular, not juggler like a guy who juggles stuff. And he spelled vein wrong, V-A-I-N.
Who did?
Who you did?
No, I did.
I could see his
jugular vein.
Yeah. Well, you spelled both wrong. I could see his jugular vein sticking out.
Well, we could debate that all night. Okay.
And then he was gone. And I went to McDonald's and got some French fries. So what? So what is this aimed at me? Hello? So you're gonna try to kill me? Oh, so you're not talking now like you weren't talking when you were doing the when you talked about killing that guy.
Get ready for the white belt.
What's that? Did he say get ready for the white belt? What's that mean? He's gonna... Well, I guess in the description here he's saying something about... Saying about choking me with a white belt. I always get threatened. I hate these bloggers. I mean, I like bloggers, but this guy's like... Now I'm scared. I thought I was scared when Stevie Blue called. Now I'm a little more... I'm scareder now. I'm more scared. Got Zach Galifianakis coming up. Very exciting.